Howdy.
Hello, everyone. Happy
So what is
post-Thanksgiving.
so what is everyone's favorite green leafy vegetable?
I know.
We were talking backstage about how spinach cooked down probably isn't the best thing for me given recent kidney stone.
A lot of calcium oxalate in cooked down
And I was so
spinach.
bummed out that I can't eat cooked down spinach. Oh no.
No,
Or
because we had
kale
creamed
or
spinach for Thanksgiving, and it always makes me laugh because, like, I had a bag of spinach, huge bag of spinach, and I cooked it down, and it was like a teacup full of spinach. I'm like, well, this isn't that much.
man, that's a lot of real estate to grow spinach just to cook it down to like a little cup.
I like it though because, like, for someone who can eat calcium oxalate, it's like a ton of nutrients and no work. Because eating a salad sometimes is too much work.
It's like a root tab for your gut.
I know, but when you have cooked spinach, you're like, yes, this is efficient. 3 bites and I'm done. Zen says she likes romaine the best, but a leafy green broccoli. What am I gonna pick? I don't know. I like broccoli too. I like Chinese broccoli, which is more of a green. That's really good.
I like broccoli, most kinds of
Yeah,
broccoli.
yeah. Chinese broccoli is really good. I don't really like kale, but I'll eat it if I have to.
I mean, down south, I know it's sacrilege for me to say I do not like mustard greens or collard greens or any of
Yeah,
those greens.
I like those, but we don't really have them up here, you know? It's not really it's not really a food we eat in the north. They are very nutritious though.
I grew up on 5 acres of land, so we always had a garden and an orchard, and so my dad was always growing all kinds of crap, and most of it was great because a lot of fruit trees, watermelons,
Oh yeah,
cucumbers,
tomatoes.
strawberries, stuff like that. He still
Yeah.
does that on his new property, but he's also got like the root vegetables, and he's got the not spinach, but the mustard greens.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
I mean, I like mustard greens better than I like kale, and I will eat kale in a soup, but I don't really like it. It is fairly terrible. It is a terrible food. I hate Brussels sprouts though. They are the worst green.
I don't mind Brussels sprouts either,
Yeah, I really hate those. So does Jake. So we have that in common. So I never
especially
make
if they're
those.
like roasted with bacon and stuff.
How if
Makes
they're
it a lot
boiled
more.
with no salt?
Well, who would do that?
My ex-in-laws would do that. God,
Oh,
they're awful.
no.
So cauliflower is good in soup. I love cauliflower soup. It's very good.
Yep.
Like a
There are
smooth.
very few vegetables that I don't like, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I like most vegetables. I'm pro vegetable.
Yep. Vegetable's
I
good.
grow them in my tanks. I eat them. You know, pro veg.
What edibles are
Pro
you
veg.
growing out of your tank?
What edibles? I mean, what? I don't know what's edible. I haven't tested.
What do you eat out of your tank?
I have eaten bacopa. I have
Oh,
eaten Limnophila aromatica. I've eaten. That's really good because
out of your
that's.
tank though, or just like
I did. Yeah, I've eaten it before. I washed it really, really, really well. Really,
you got all
really.
the beneficial bacteria off of it?
I did. I need to benefit less from bacteria. I have not been well. I am doing much better though. I have a bit of a residual cough, which is why I have some tea.
Mhm. Well, you sound much better
But
than you did
yeah,
last Monday when your lungs
yeah,
were blown out.
I feel much better. I was able to pull it together enough to make Thanksgiving for Jake and I, but not for our guests. Because one of our guests has type 1 diabetes and his health is really poor.
Mm,
And he just had a major surgery. And I'm like, I cannot get this man sick.
ew,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I just didn't want to risk him getting sick. So it was just Jake and I.
Andy's Aquatics. It's a new name, I believe. So welcome.
Welcome. Oh, Moose says happy birthday to me. Thank you. My birthday is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
My mom's birthday is today. So,
Oh, well, happy
yeah,
birthday, Dot Foreman.
that's right. Mom, if you're watching, you never know. Happy birthday, Mom. So,
Aquarium's Animals and Me. Welcome in. I believe that's also a new name.
I love all these new people. This is so
Yeah,
exciting. And here we are talking about kale.
that's a plant.
It's a plant. You could probably grow kale immersed, I'm guessing.
Okay, that's cool.
Probably be okay.
I don't want to. I mean, it's good to
Well,
know.
I mean, actually, you know what? Kale is super pretty. There are a lot of ornamental kales, though it looks prettier in colder weather. So, like, I like to grow it in the fall in my containers as a decoration, and it's really, really pretty. It gets like it looks like a fluffy rosettes of leaves. In the middle is pinks and purples and whites and reds, and it's really pretty. You can even see it sometimes if you go to the grocery store in the fall. They'll have it in the floral section for people to buy in their
Hmm,
bouquets. Yeah, it's super
okay.
pretty. I don't know if you would grow it as much as an ornamental down there because well, maybe this time of year you would because it's colder.
Well, could I grow it indoors? Like right
It
what I
really
have.
likes to be cold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it likes, in general, a lot of brassicas like to be cooler.
So since
So
I
they
got all of
taste better.
these new plants from Luke, the ones to grow out the back of the tank, I
Yeah.
took one of them old crappy Hygger lights and I mounted it up on the wall using these command strips, but they're like ledges. And I think actually
Oh,
Candy was the one
yeah.
who recommended them to hold like air pumps, but I got two of them and just mounted the light ends up on each side. And now it's shining down on the back of the mosh pit. So I don't have to worry about like on cloudy days or if something's not getting enough sun because I got the LEDs.
Nice. That's awesome. Candy says she's growing ornamental kale outdoors in pots right now. I'm
Sweet.
not this year. Other years I have, and it will go even through a frost. I mean, it gets to a point where, so last year I had some growing, and the week of Christmas it got down to -17. Did not make it through that, but it will make it through like 30 degrees. It still looks pretty good. So, if you want something to decorate your porch, it's kind of hard to find something this time of year growing. Kale's a good option.
So Mel says Anubias leaves looking distorted and curled and have some dark green little spots. Too much light. What might I do without CO2?
So, dark
Dark
green
green little
spots, is that
spots.
algae?
I'm wondering
I'm
if,
guessing probably.
yeah.
Yeah, and that Anubias is prone to spot algae. I mean, even the cleanest tank usually gets a little. If it's too bad, I would cut those leaves off. And you can trim it all the way down to the rhizome, and it's fine. Anubias doesn't mind or it doesn't mind being shaded, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, Cleathon snails really help. They help a
Yep.
lot. They
If it
will
hasn't, that
explode.
algae hasn't like super hardened on it, like it goes through a stage where when it's growing, you can kind of get it off of there, but once it's established, it's there forever.
Yeah, I mean, if the leaves are looking too bad, I'd trim them back to the rhizome, but the Cleathon snails really do clean it up, and they're
Another
nice
candy tip is
creatures.
using melamine sponges on the leaves of Anubias. It actually works. I've used it on Laganandra meboldi as well.
Wow, that's a good tip. I've never, I've never tried those.
It works as long as the spot algae hasn't been there for a while and established itself. Once it's on there, it's on there. Or maybe I'm just not putting enough elbow grease on the leaves. I don't know. I'm afraid.
That says more potassium. Always more potassium.
I don't know.
I don't think that's going to help you. You do need to address whatever the underlying cause of the algae is. However, I will say that it does just attract that kind of algae, even in a very clean algae free tank. Some spotting is normal. Um, and it will be okay with a little bit of spotting. The plant's not unhealthy. But if you have too much, I would, I would cut that leaf off.
I am stalking you, Candy.
It's fun to stalk Candy. She has such a pretty yard. Don't come back, you meow.
She's even sharing her tanks on the forum, on the co-op forum.
Nice.
Big kitty.
You speak kitty. You speak kitty.
Fluffy kitty.
You're so soft.
And welcome in Lumi. That's a new name to the stream, but been posting a lot on our Discord.
Hi, Lumi. Glad you found us. We're here every every
Monday.
Monday. Yeah, pretty much, unless one of us is deathly ill, which seems to be happening a lot.
Yeah. We got to make it through the winter. It's just how it is.
Yeah. So,
Let's see. So a question from Moose. Any way to reuse substrate from a dirted tank with a 4-inch sand cap to reuse it?
it's going to be tough to keep those separate to reuse them. I mean, because the sand, if you try to remove it, the sand is going to mix with the dirt. So I would just start again.
I
And I
mean,
would
and
do
this
whatever
dirt, it should be cheap, right? You should just be able to go
Yeah, and
dig
I
it out of
think
your
that if
yard.
you can soak the dirt some or leave it on a tarp to dry it in the sun, it's going to help because it's going to remove some of that ammonia and dissolved organics. So, but I don't know how you'd separate them.
It'd be kind of tough. So Zen's asking, we can hear Kelly's sounds better, but did I miss it, or did Steven say he's fully back in the land of the living, or still running on hope streams and steroids? Well, only had 3 days worth of steroids, so no more of that.
Good. It's nice to have a short course.
And then I'm still on the antibiotics. It's like I think it's a 10-day or 7-day course of that twice a day. And then after Jenna took care of me on Thursday, she ended up catching strep. And then on Sunday, sometime this weekend, I think it was Sunday, Lillian was complaining of a sore throat. And then all this time, all week, Zachary's been coughing, and we just thought it was a cold because he never said anything about a sore throat. But she took them both to the doctor, and Zachary tested positive for strep. So he was patient 0 of this whole strep nonsense. They're both home from school today, and they got their antibiotics. So yeah, it's been years since I've been properly sick. Like I got COVID. COVID wasn't even as bad
You didn't
as the
get
strep.
COVID that bad.
Yeah.
I got COVID pretty bad.
Yeah, you were down for a few weeks.
To be fair, though, I have a really crappy immune system. I always have. I take really good care of myself. I eat a lot of vegetables. I do yoga. It does not matter. I have a crappy immune system. So, and I actually did manage to get Jake sick. However, he's barely sick. And he took the day off work just because he didn't feel like working, which I get that.
That's nice.
But he's not really that sick. So, and he's not even coughing. So
Big Steve has gifted a membership, and it went to Mystery Snail Gardens, who was not a member.
Was she not a member? She's done with this channel.
That's what I thought.
So we had a question back there from Oinky. Have you ever used variegated philodendron white wizard tissue culture in a tank? I am not aware of any philodendron that will grow submersed. I've grown lots of philodendrons immersed. I have Prince of Orange right now in my hydroponic wall. Steven has Pink Princess. I've got some unknown philodendrons growing out of a tank. So they do pretty well growing immersed. However, I'm not aware of any that will grow submersed. Maybe Luke would know if any will grow submersed. I don't think so, though. So grow it on the outside of your tank. And it will do well. You can also pot it in dirt if you feel like that. Keep it as a houseplant.
Caitlin says she's not feeling well either.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel
today.
better. Yeah. 'Tis the season.
Yep.
'Tis the season. Gotta drink your tea. It's important.
So Rebecca said she thinks it might be similar to the Pink Princess, the same species. I have a Pink Princess on the back of the tank. I wouldn't try doing it submersed.
Pink Princess, I am 100% sure will not grow submersed. But it does it does well immersed.
There's some that will be submersed for a while, and people will proclaim, I have it submersed, but
yeah, and
give it like 3 months and it starts to deteriorate.
And sometimes I have it growing outside of my tank and some of it starts growing inside, but most of it is outside and so it does okay. But yeah, either grow it
Mm.
immersed out of your tank or you can pot it. You can grow it as a house plant too and you probably really like it. If it's a tissue
Yeah.
culture, you could do both.
Brandon harvested some green Aeneas eggs today. Oh, I forgot to text
Nice.
Foxy,
I
but
like
I
those.
harvested like 4 longfin Paleatus eggs. Finally, caught them
Nice.
laying
That's
eggs,
exciting.
and a few Adolphoi slash Duplicarius, whatever they are, eggs as well. Pink
Cool.
Princess, the Pothos, the Philodendron Pink
Philodendron.
Princess.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like to get some pink princess growing outside of my tanks. I think that would be really good. But I have the Prince of Orange growing and I love it. It's really, really nice.
How fast is that supposed to grow, the Pink Princess?
Kind of depends on light, kind of depends on roots. And it's,
Mm.
things grow a little faster in the summer, a little slower not in the summer. So, I mean,
It's not dying. It's not
slower
just.
than it's a lot slower than Pothos. It's a lot
Mm.
slower than Pothos. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
So,
so
yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Well, before we get too far into this, I got my Secret Santa gift, or what I assume is my Secret Santa gift.
This is exciting.
So we can do a live unboxing if I can find a thing to open it with.
Have you mailed your gift out yet?
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, like it's been ordered and it's being directly shipped to the recipient.
Nice. I'm knitting things and it takes time. So
Yeah.
they'll get it before I'll mail it before the deadline, but the more time I take, the more I can get done. So
So since the return address is on this package, I'm going to assume that this came from Kyle G. That would be outside in. I don't know if he is just a liaison, because I was a liaison for him actually from his Secret Santa. But we'll see. Was it insulated?
well, that's always exciting.
Should I have opened it earlier? All right. Yeah, look. It's filter floss.
I mean, useful.
Merry Christmas. Oh yeah, so I had the emphasis on weapons as as one of my gift requests, just randomly. So, oh, did he send me a weapon for real?
You're such a pacifist, too.
Maybe I won't be anymore.
Maybe not. Do you have
All I
any
needed was a
enemies?
what?
Do you have any enemies?
Not yet, but
There's
if I
time.
if I have the tactical advantage, then maybe I can make some.
Maybe you'll get some.
So he said, I own one of these pocket knives, and it makes me feel so damn cool. I knew it was exactly what I wanted to get for you. Nice.
Nice. Oh, wow. That's a good gift. Do you have a pocket knife?
Yeah, well, I got one as a wedding gift years ago, and I've had other pocket knives that I, immediately lose because they're small and they're pocket
Yeah, it's
size.
easy to lose things.
Also, a $10 bill.
That's great.
Ooh. Oh, wow. So when he sent me the Fish Room Punks stickers, they were in the little clear packaging. Now they have this really fancy package.
Oh,
and they're mystery
Cool.
packs, so it's like
Oh,
you don't know what you're
fun.
gonna get.
I like that.
So, so they're mystery 5 packs. That means they could all be different.
That's
So
fun.
awesome. What else we got in here? Oh, another mystery. Oh, this is series 1. Very cool. And somebody again could drop a link to his store with where he sells the Fishfam Punks stickers. Oh, and he's got this bucket. I think it's a 3D printed bucket. You
Oh,
can
that's
use it
so
as an ornament, or
that's so cute.
you could take forever to do a water change.
Use it
Real
to
old
water
water.
change your micro nano.
Yeah,
Your super nano.
that's cool.
Your femto.
And there's
That's super
more.
cute.
There's more filter floss. It's like a $10 bill in there. You have to give him cash for it.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
oh, that's a serious knife. I wonder if Gina's watching.
Oh, yeah.
Dang. Okay. I could make some
Holy
enemies with this.
cow. That's
So
what do you
much
even do with a
stabbing can
knife
take
like
place.
that?
Just
Yeah,
lots and lots of stabbing.
I guess.
Wow, that's awesome.
Outside in says to read the note.
I read the first part of it. I guess if I fold it downward. Oh, there's more. A knife severs the friendship. I consider you a great friend. It would never want that to happen. So here's some cash too. Okay, to
Oh,
spend on the website.
I have heard of that tradition, but I thought it was supposed to be a penny.
Well, cash is cash.
$10 is better than a penny.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Zenny
I was holding the note like this, and I just realized, oh, look, there's more to the note.
Zenny says it would be great for trimming plants.
That'd be very inefficient, but why not? Let's see. Spin on the website. We'll consider it as you bought the knife from me. Got it. For the superstition. Is there more on the back? Also, sent mystery packs for giveaways if you want. No pressure at all. Okay, so I was wondering if they would all be
Fun.
different or if I could give some away. The bucket is also
Oh,
part of your present as well as a Series 1 complete set. Complete. I don't know. Can't read. And then here's a snowman. A snowman drawing. Yeah.
oh, that's nice. Fun. I mean, we love doing giveaways.
Oh, yeah. Well, God, it's a badass knife.
That's super nice.
I feel so violent right now.
You could use it to like violently stab a pork chop.
Yeah, that's more my speed.
It is more your speed.
And we see Steven's hands next to regular sized hands for reference. I
think
have
they use
my
their-
hands, and then I have small child hands in the back, and I've got Jenna's hands, which are smaller.
Jenna's hands are really tiny. They're really, really. There's really nothing on Jenna that's big except her heart. She's a small person. I
Yep.
think your hands are pretty regular, Steven. I mean,
Yeah.
you're 6 foot like 3 or 4, so
Something
they're
like
not going to be that small. I think they're smaller than mine.
Here, come around this side. Not okay.
This side, right?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, there you go. God, Jenna's hands are so little.
How about a banana for
Use my
scale?
hand for reference. Does that help?
Sure. Jenna said Steven had no problem reading Kyle's handwriting because his handwriting is definitely worse. It's similar. I think it's similar.
Mean. So, Oinky, I saw that you said that you're sending me a present. That's so nice of you.
Oh,
I
nice.
I have bought myself presents though lately, so never you worry. I have one
Good.
right here.
Oh, I thought you were bringing a cat over for a second. Like you got another cat? Did you?
God damn it, no more cats. No more cats.
Well, that is
One
quite an
present.
unboxing, and that's why I labeled the thumbnail about lighting because I knew that time was coming.
I
Get your
know.
fancy new Chihiros.
Steven, don't give away what it is.
I think we talked about it
We did.
before.
So this was on my porch when I got back from my appointment I was at.
Our plot twist: you ordered the weak aqua anyway because you wanted to have a bad time with apps.
I did not. I ordered the Chihiros. This is the series 10 or something. I can't remember what it's called. Version 10. Moose says he's Team Schnitzel. I mean, I love Schnitzel. I love his squishy body so much. But god damn it. So the day after Thanksgiving, he had diarrhea and he pooped between these two tanks. It was completely unreachable. And
Oh,
I have kind of long, skinny arms in relation to Jake, so I'm the one who cleaned it while he held the trash bag for the
you need
paper
one of them spin
towels.
scrubbers on a stick for something like that.
I did burn my mop out, but like
Mm.
it was horrifying. It was terrible. It was just it's one of the worst things I've ever done in my life. Oh. Let's watch Kelly struggle with plastic wrap. So I ordered this directly from Chihiros, which it shipped right from China, from Ningbo, China. And I mean, didn't take that long to ship. I mean, maybe a week and a half to get here. So not too bad.
Yeah, certain things don't take long. Depending on how was it delivered, like DHL or what?
I think this came by FedEx. Yeah, it came by FedEx.
Back when I was more into the gaming and building computers, there was you could order these 1440p monitors that would ship direct from Korea, and they would arrive in like 2 days. It was insane.
It's crazy. So, I mean, I would like to buy it from like Aquarex, Colorado, but it doesn't
Yeah.
appear that they're selling Chihiros anymore.
No, I think they're all in on Weak Aqua and Netley and maybe another one.
And I had a power outage today, and like my Chihiros has not come back on. So I am not a huge fan of the Chihiros app.
Well, yeah, you have to open
The
the
Weak
app.
Aqua one is worse.
Yeah. Although, did your Flugels come back on after a power outage? Because I usually have to.
No, but I got those re-going again, and the Chihiros, I don't know why it's not coming back on. I'm not sure.
You got to open the app and then like connect to the device again, and then it should reboot them, like bring them back on.
Yeah.
Hi, Jack. Good night, Jack.
Good night, Jack.
Caitlin can't even get a.
Up thoroughly. This is. I could use a giant knife. All right. Almost got the plastic off.
Caitlin says she can't get a co-op order in 2 days anymore. I get mine a day earlier now since they moved.
I get mine so fast. Like, I don't know. Definitely 2 days. Sometimes 1 day. But I live pretty close to the warehouse. So. All right. So here it is. But it is stapled shut. So.
Oh, yeah. Well protected.
So it is well boxed, which is good because I don't want to talk about how much I spent on this.
They are not cheap, but they're still cheaper than 3 Flugels.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing.
And hopefully you'll be satisfied with the par level on just one of those and not have to
I
order a
hope
second
so.
one.
I hope so, because I really, if I do order a second one, I'll probably they have a slim one. So you can see how fat it is. It's definitely fatness of 2 flu balls.
And that's the Vivid, right?
This is the WRGB2 10th anniversary edition.
Okay. So it's like
supposed to be even brighter than the WRGB.
okay.
So it used to come in, the last one I bought came in a really nice box.
Mine did too. But I think we both got the same size one. The second smallest.
Yeah, that's true. My other one was a lot smaller.
But you probably bought it from a retail outlet. I think these probably shipped straight from a warehouse.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, I bought my last one from Aquarium, Colorado, which is, it's a business I'd like to support.
Fish Tank Barn. How's it going, Mike?
This is really hard to open.
Well, that's good because it had to ship a very long way.
All right, well, I got it out. This is thrilling content right here. Kelly's struggling with packaging.
Crazy unboxing.
All right, well, here it is. And
so what are your current settings on the Flubles? Like, do you have them at 100% for 8 hours a day or something like that?
10 hours a day, 100% with like a half-hour ramp up and ramp down.
Well, I think run those at. Did you break something?
No, this is just the brackets.
Okay.
I just dropped it. Why did this come when Jake was here? That would have been nice.
Yeah, you install it and set up the app. Well, you already have the app. You just have to add the new device.
I don't know if I remember how to adjust that app.
Well, I have the video that I recorded.
I'm gonna have
showing
to
you how to do it.
Send me that video again, and then I'll save the video because
I don't know if like everything blows up if you try to add a second device to the app.
Possibly.
So that might throw a wrench into it. I don't know.
So these are the brackets, which I will use because I want to get spread from front to back. So you need to elevate your light somewhat. And I'm not going to hang this because I have a lid on this tank. So that would be silly. But I mean, I suppose I can plug it in for everyone. So we can see how bright it is.
Jody P has gifted 10 memberships.
Thank you, Jody.
See how many will go through. We have Josh S. got one, Jonathan, and the end. Jody, calm down.
All right, here's the rest of the plug.
But what's been happening is like when these memberships are gifted now, they don't all come through, but then like 24 hours later, most of the rest of them will come through. And we thought my cap was like 298, and then it was like 307, and then it was 312. Let me see what it's at now, because I know that like they expire. Yeah, so another crop of them expired. So now I'm at 278. So in theory, the gifted memberships would come through like really fast and easy right now. But that would involve YouTube making sense. What happened?
There was a minor cat battle happening in my office.
Ooh.
Cats, calm down. All right, so we have power cord parts, but I don't know how to hook this to this.
Just find the slots that fit in the other slots.
This goes to this. That gets plugged in.
And
So
Jody
now
was cut off yesterday in the co-op stream.
oh,
YouTube is like, calm down.
calm down. I've actually been able to catch 1 or 2 co-op streams lately. That's nice because I think like for the longest time I was not able to. So, I feel like I'm in the loop again.
Well, for the longest time, Corey stopped streaming. And
True. Which we all need breaks. So,
yeah. But no more of those. Can't have that anymore.
Yeah, no days off. Get that bread. It's Jake's favorite meme. It's like, I don't remember it. Anyways, so this screws together, I think, but I think it'll work without screwing it together. So let's see if I can plug this in. I need an outlet.
Geek said, too many members. I guess I'll have to cancel mine and make room for others. Yep, that's what Annette did apparently. Well, shit. Yeah, that will grow some algae for sure.
Let's put it on the tank.
Man.
Oh wow.
The before and after, you see just the colors pop immediately. And I don't know if
weird.
Well, probably have to adjust the settings, make it not look as fake. But
the Bosmani look
the
weird.
Bosmani will always look on fire in all the settings.
Huh. But you know what look really good are the Picta. I have these baby Picta and they look so pretty.
Yep.
Wow. Well, we'll just keep it on there for now. I mean, we'll deal with this after the stream.
Go into the app later and look at the settings. What I've noticed, there's a Chihiro's group on Facebook and people share their settings. And I've noticed that that a lot of them do not run the white at all. There's just they just do the RGB. And I don't know if there's a reason behind that or if one person did that and everyone else followed suit.
I have seen people do that in the Rainbow Fish Live group, but I think it makes your fish look super fake. It makes your rainbows look super fake. Your plants look good. It's good. It's an aesthetic, right? They look bright, kind of really pink. I mean, it looks pretty good. The Bosmani look a little weird, but I mean, the turquoise look really good.
So the tank behind me is the Weak Aqua, and I have a little bit, just ever so slightly on the redder side, and it's probably not your aesthetic because it does, especially if you look at the Bosmani, they are fire, red, orange. But you can
whether
that
I
down.
like it or not, if I were to post any pictures of those fish to my Rainbow Fish Live group, I would never hear the end of it. Because there are mods there who are like, nothing but sunlight. To be fair, rainbows look great in sunlight.
They do. They look hella good underneath these Chihiros and Weak Aquas, though. And you can kind of...
It's an aesthetic. I mean, as long as you aren't harming your fish.
I'll make sure and go and desaturate the images before I post.
Good plan. But I mean, lighting mostly is an aesthetic. Changing your intensity is kind of all that matters for keeping plants. Plants can use almost all of the visible spectra. They use blue light and red light wavelengths the most. But sunlight contains all colors of light, and so they can use all of it. So really, the colors of your light are what you like. I don't know that the fish care so much. They care more about photo period. I don't think they probably want a night light because they have to sleep. But boy, the Picta look really good. Wow.
Yeah, wait till you get in there and you started using the sliders and you can get it to your exact liking. If you want a little bit more green in there, if you want it more balanced, completely up to you. So a lot of people really like going on super red mode. There's even a button that just says boost. Press the boost
Yeah,
button and see
I
what
have
happens.
used the boost setting, and it's really blue,
Yeah.
which makes green, green and blue boosts look really good. So this is just the light. And I don't know if it's gonna, I mean, I don't have it propped up on legs yet. I don't think it's gonna be quite enough juice.
Yeah, maybe watch your plants for a little while and see how they respond to it.
Kind of worried more about spread from front to back.
Yeah.
I have to prop it up on legs, but that's going to reduce the intensity too. It does not look terribly intense. Boy, the pictages look really good. They look really rainbowy.
I mean, I will say that like the flugels look more intense over my tank, but I am able to grow some things in this tank that I couldn't grow with the flugels.
Hmm.
So I think
Yeah.
there is something to be said a little bit about the way these lights are, the spectrum.
Well,
They
I mean, they have a lot of red and blue light, which, plants really do like red and blue light. They're also just really intense, whereas a Fluval is not, because I had 3 Fluval 3.0s over this tank, and I would consider it a medium light tank.
yeah, and a tall
So
tank for sure.
I think that what I might end up doing is buying one of the slim ones, because that's a lot less money, and I think that might be enough coverage. So I'll put the big one in the front and the the slim one in the back. So Rebecca says, I don't like the idea of nighttime lighting. Pretty sure many fishes can see it and won't normally have that much nighttime light. Yeah, I don't think it's good either, because
Yeah, I don't do
I
it.
mean, we know that from humans, blue light is very bad for our circadian rhythms. We have blue light receptors. The genes are period and timeless. They're crypto photoreceptors, I believe they're called, and they're very evolutionarily conserved. They were originally found in flies. So fish have them too. We have them. And that's what sets our circadian rhythms. That's why blue light in your devices are really bad for you to sleep. I know that my phone, it automatically, the screen adjusts at a certain time of night to make it more yellowy looking. But yeah, fish don't want a blue nightlight. It's not good for their brains.
Well, part of my
So,
bedtime routine is having the phone like 4 inches from my face while I scroll through 200 videos.
and you're a great sleeper, aren't you, Steven?
I'm the best.
There you go. Your fish don't want to do that either. So, yeah, I would say that fish do not want that blue nightlight. So I never use it. I mean, I don't know how much it's harming them, but
It's a weird thing that so many of those lights have that built in, though. Like,
I do. Yeah, and I don't think it's good for their health. I don't think it's not good for your health either. I mean, if you have that tank in your bedroom, that's not good
that'd
for
be
you
awful.
either. Yeah, it's
That'd
not
be
good for
awful.
you either. Geek Boy says, is Kelly trying to claim that rainbows have a brain? Not much of one, but they do have photoreceptors. I mean, even fruit flies have them.
My fish scroll TikTok every night. I've seen them do it.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I mean, keep your fish in the dark at night. Keep yourself in the dark at night. Don't have
Yeah.
lights in your room when you're sleeping. It's not good for
So
you.
Oinky says, "Is it me or is the amount of light that red root floaters seem to require is ridiculous? In all seriousness, I finally have red root survival, but at 18 hours of high light." Ooh,
I mean, a lot of light to get them to look really red. They go really
yeah,
well outside.
yep.
Yeah.
They've looked and done the best for me outside in the pond, but then they get out competed easily by like the lilies and stuff. So I don't bother, and I don't even think I have any red root floaters. I used to have like layers and layers of them. They would grow in the puffer tank, but they wouldn't look that great because it's a very low light tank. They would survive. The roots would be very, very short, and the leaves on the top would be green.
Yeah. I think the Gyros would probably fry them. I mean, because they'd be so close to that light.
Well, your audio just
So,
went really crazy.
yeah, it just went. Yours did too. It just went, and then it was better. So
Huh.
I don't know if it was your end. Maybe. I think. Are we good now?
I don't know. How do I sound?
You sound good to me. It was just a blip.
Let's see. You still sound robotic. Let me.
Oh,
All right, testing.
hello?
There we go.
Huh.
That
Yeah, I
was
don't know what
weird.
happened. Yeah, because you blipped out to me too, but I don't know, maybe I'm having internet troubles. I mean, I had power troubles earlier. That was not good.
I just
I think I down to
toggled
68.
your noise cancellation on and off in
Oh,
StreamYard, and like I've seen that happen before, and doing that seems to help. I don't know why,
hmm.
but it did. So yeah,
Nancy, is Kelly drowning? I don't know, maybe.
it was yeah. It's been a while since that's happened, and I expect it to happen less frequently since StreamYard doubled their pricing. Hint, hint, StreamYard.
What do you even get out of StreamYard paying for it? I mean,
Easy to bring other people on panel, like just the user friendliness of it.
but they raise the price, but you're not getting any new features.
Oh, no, it's 1080 now. It used to be at the price I was paying. It was only 720, and now we're
Okay.
streaming at 1080.
So you get to see
So
my face in like 1080.
yeah, so instead of them being like 15 years in the past, it's now they're like 7 years in the past.
Because this camera, it's 4K.
Well,
Like I haven't
that
super nice.
costs like $100 a month. I don't know what they're charging for that.
Yeah, I mean, but like I have this ridiculous camera that I use for Teams calls, and you know that Teams is never good. I mean,
No.
but I look better than most people use their laptop and they keep it like down there, and so you can look at their double chin the whole
Well,
time. Just make some effort, people. At least get your laptop up on a stand so we don't have to see your double chin for a whole hour.
yeah,
So,
I have an external camera strictly for work because I this is where I work too, and I just have a docking station and a KVM switch. So
yeah, I don't work here. This is my kitchen table. I have an office where I work, but I don't want to stream in my office because I want to stream in front of my tanks.
yeah,
It's a lot more fun. So,
that makes sense.
but why? Here's Big Kitty again. Look at they. So I don't know. I don't know. I think I need another one. I think I need another Chihiros. I don't think that's gonna be enough juice.
Yeah, thinking 1080p streaming is a premium feature in 2024 is out of touch. Yep,
Especially when
40.
you pay all that much money for it.
It's $45 a month. It used to be 25, now it's 45 or
That's
29
so
or
much
something like that.
money. That is so much money.
Yep, they got bought out by some other company, and I
And then they
guess
become shitified because that's how that
yeah.
goes. You know.
Welcome to big tech or whatever.
Like I hope the co-op never gets bought out because then it will just become shitty. Or Dan's Fish. I hope that like he's never like, I'd like to sell Dan's Fish and explore living on a tropical island. Because then it would just become shitty. Because that's what happens to all companies when they sell out. And I can't blame people for selling out because we all need to make money. But I mean, I'm a big sellout. I work for corporate America, but
Mhm. And we become shitty for it.
it's so true. Stan
Stan
Pittman.
says shop lights grows the best algae. Shop
Amen to
lights will grow the hell out of some plants. It just
that.
you gotta pick the right plants.
You got to, and a shallower tank is going to be easier than
Hmm.
a deep tank. I mean, one of these over a 40 breeder, I'd have to turn it down. You know,
Yeah.
this is a 90, it's a tall tank. If I had this on a 75, it'd be fine. It would be fine.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I'll probably get the slim one for the back. It's crazy. It just looks, I don't know how well you guys can see it. Look at the Anubius. It's like, it doesn't really show up, but it looks like
It's hard to
fluorescent
capture on camera.
green.
It's probably even more vivid in person than it is on camera.
It looks fluorescent green.
Yeah, I think the default setting is probably a little intense on the green side. So if you
Yeah.
go and look at the sliders, you can turn
I
down that
mean, look at
green
this
and
little guy right there. He looks so weird. I mean, he
is
looks
that
so
an
weird.
Equus?
Yeah, that's an Equus, which is not a fish I recommend because they're expensive. Venezuelas.
Mm.
Just get the Venezuelas. They're cheap and they look almost the same. I'm a big fan of cheap cories. But I mean, some fish look better than others. The turquoise look really amazing. The other thing is the glass is not really very clean on this tank either. Like it needs to be clean. But yeah, the Bosemani look weird. So weird. I mean,
Yeah, you can adjust the weirdness scale on them, make them look redder, make everything else look greener.
the
Now,
young
I mean,
Bosemani looks good. The older one looks weird.
mm,
That's weird because I have some young Bosemani from Foxy and Peplin, and they look normal, but the older one looks weird. The Picta look great. The turquoise look great. So like bluer fish, I think look really good. And the Anubius is like fluorescent green.
yeah. Now there's some strange like white balance stuff going on with the camera, but it does look like your 40 is now more intense, brightness wise. But whenever you move your head, the
No, that is definitely true. I just don't have. It's just not enough light. One of these is not. I moved it to the front. That helps a little bit better for.
yeah, your camera is
Ooh,
just trying to compensate every time you move, so it's hard to tell. It
yeah,
took me a while to really dial in what I liked on the Chihiros and the Weak Aqua on a day-to-day basis. Just I had to live with it for a while and then play with the setting a little bit.
I mean, in a perfect world, I'd probably just get two of these guys and turn them down because that would give me good coverage from front to back. But
Yeah.
goddamn, they're expensive.
Yeah, they're expensive.
So I don't know. I got to think about what I want. If I could also just keep running my two flu balls and put them in the back. That might look okay.
I forgot to pay the $15 fee for StreamYard to set up the white balance.
So these are my two flu balls. I'll turn those on. Let me see what I think. Honestly, that's not bad. Putting the two flu balls in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's maybe ghetto-y to do that, but if you blend the two of them, it's kind of appealing. I don't know. It's hard for that to show up.
I mean, it's all going to grow plants either way, so it's kind of up to what you like to look at every day.
I think it kind of warms up the blueness.
Yeah.
I might experiment with that, just keeping the two working flu balls I have and putting the Chihiros in the front.
But for sure, turn off the Flubles and go adjust the Chihiros and see if you
Yeah,
can
and get
get an
it how I
aesthetic you
like
like.
it.
And
It is a
maybe
lot better though with the flu balls on. It warms it up a little bit, I think.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean the Chihiros is completely adjustable, so
Oh, Moose didn't know that I was green screened. I've been green screened since day one, like since 2021, because where I sit, there's not a whole lot to look at in the background. So I just put up a green screen. I always have video of a tank going.
yeah.
So Long Family Shoal wanted to ask us to clarify, restate the guidance for shop lights.
I don't think we have any official guidance. They're not official aquarium products. So
Well, I mean, you can go with
use a
the
timer.
basic shop light. You can also get the T8 bulbs or what are the T5s, whatever. You can get the mix of colors. You can get the red ones, blue ones.
The T5s you can make really intense. And
Yeah.
there are still pretty famous people who swear by them. I'm not those people, but I mean they can look really great because you can choose your spectra. They're pretty intense. I mean, back in the day, that was a premium way to light your tank, were with T5s. But like regular shop lights, like LED shop lights that you'd buy at Home Depot, I mean, I guess my best advice for you is to use a timer.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I've never really used them, so I don't know. It's
I mean,
really
you'll
hard.
treat it as any other light. They're less intense, but they're going to grow plants just the same. The plants that don't need intense light, which like I don't know what the par. I don't know if anyone's ever measured the par on different models, different bulbs,
It just
and
depends
have
which ones you buy.
yeah,
It might say the rating or like the temperature rating, you know, they're not really a regulated product for that because they're meant to light a shop. So, I mean, you could just try a couple different brands and see which ones you like and use a timer. Definitely use a timer with any light that you have.
yeah,
We're talking about all these fancy pants apps and all that. Like, you don't need that.
no.
You do need a timer. I like the Casa ones. They're really easy to use. They're not expensive, but any timer is fine.
It's
So that
insane to me that there are people who still will wake up and on a routine, same schedule, will go and turn on all their lights. That I can't imagine I
I
would.
don't even do that with my house. I have lights on timers in my house because they start dimming when it's like a reminder for me to go to bed. And like they come on before I wake up in the morning. Like, I don't know. It's like the 21st century, people. It's Kenny. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, thanks for being a member for 11 months. Uh, Rebecca says maybe I'm becoming at one with his aquariums. The plants are absorbing me. Perhaps.
So Long Family Shoal says that Kelly referenced unofficially tank sizes and consequences. So deeper tanks are harder to light. So, and it is not a linear relationship, it is a geometric relationship. So the longer in inches away, you need exponentially more light to penetrate. So, like this 40 breeder is a pretty shallow tank and it's really easy to light. But a 90 is a very deep tank, so you need a lot more intensity to get it done. See, it might be hard to light a shop light or to light a tank, a deep tank like a 90 with shop lights, just because you need a lot of intensity. But a little tank, like a 40 breeder that's shallow, or like a 60 breeder, those are shallow, then you don't need as much. Then you need to think more about front to back coverage. So, but just getting more fixtures solves that. So, yeah, I mean, one Chihiro's, okay, I would use a shorter one on a 40 breeder, right? But like it would be way more light than my 40 needed. I would have to turn it way down. Steven, you're black and white. Why is
Yeah.
that?
I just turned on a color correction filter because Alex noticed like over my shoulder, like there's a little bit of green from the green screen, and the reason for that mostly is because the green screen is not as far back as I would like it to be, so there's a little bit of reflection. That's why Dan on his stream, the green reflects back on his head because the green screen is like a
His
foot behind
bald
him.
head. Dan
I was
needs
like,
to
let me
get
color
his.
correct.
This is what I talk about. People need to get their cameras up high, okay?
Hmm.
Like my camera is on a laptop stand and it's just above my face. So I look really pleasant and I look thin and I use a ring light so my face looks nice. Okay, if you don't have a ring light and you have your camera down here up at you, you look 50 pounds heavier and 15 years older. Like it's pretty like a $10 ring light. It's all you need.
I'm definitely aware of the MySpace angles is what they used to be called, Instagram
That's
angle.
right. I'm not this thin usually, people. I mean, I'm working the angles.
Here we go. Now I'll become one with my
Well,
plants.
Rebecca says she needs a better stand because higher angles are flattering. Rebecca, though, is young, beautiful, and thin in real life. I have met her, so Stephen, you're green.
You won't like me when I'm angry.
Green is usually not a good look for people's faces. It's good
Nah,
look for plants, but not for skin
makes me
tone.
look sickly.
Geek Boy says the Dell with a nostril camera was the best. You know who does a good job lighting themselves is Corey at Aquarium Co-op. Like his setup is good. Like it's very good sound. You know, he's lit well. It looks good. You know, I've seen him in real life. He looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be elaborate anyway. Just you have to sound good is priority number
Sound good is
one for a
important.
stream.
Yeah. Yeah, it's important. But, you know, you can do a lot with a $10 ring light. It makes you look a lot better. I mean, I'm days from being 47. I need all the help I can get.
And I am how many days from being 40, Zen?
Oh, right. We're keeping track because
Well,
Zen's daughter,
mm-hmm.
who is far from being 40.
No.
Very far.
Just start counting. Like I need to calculate how many days until she's 40. It's a while.
It's a long while. Yeah. Let's see. What did my mom just turn? Let's see. What year is this?
201 days.
I think she just turned 75. Or yeah, 75. She's turned 75.
Oh.
Good job, Mom.
Good job. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah. Into the Future says I'm 35 with 3 boys under 10. Man,
My
your
life is
grocery
basically
budget.
over.
Your grocery budget is gonna really, really hit you. I hope you're planning because God, those kids are gonna eat so much food. It's 3 teenage boys. Like I can't even imagine how much that's gonna cost. I mean, they're so hungry.
Well, Lillian's dialing back on the eating for some reason, while Zachary, who used to eat barely anything, is now stepping it up a notch or two.
Growing. I don't know if Lillian will grow much more. I mean, she's about the age where she's about done.
Well, she's taller than Jenna, so mission accomplished, I guess.
Mission accomplished, yeah. But she's not super tall. Moose says, is Nancy actually Kelly's sister? I mean, that would be cool. That would be cool. But no.
So Oinky says, got into a debate at Lowe's when I mentioned the LECA for Monstera usage in a tank. A non-fish keeper couldn't understand the concept that colored, is it LECA?
I'd say Leka, but
pebbles might leach into the tank. So the colored pebbles might leach into the tank.
I mean, I wouldn't trust the colored ones. I mean, I would. They come in like a brownish color. I'll show you some of them. Here's some Leka right here. Kind of dirt colored.
Looks like dog kibble.
Yeah, pretty much. Some of it is more round than others. You know, I wouldn't trust the colored stuff because I don't know, I just wouldn't want to take that risk. Leka is pretty cheap too, or Leka. I say Leka, but I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I mean it could be. I mean the colored stuff is it dyed? Is it paint? Like what? I don't know.
I don't know. I just I don't really trust it because it's not marketed as an aquarium safe product. Like if you want to put colored gravel in your tank, that's an aesthetic choice that you are free to make. It's an aquarium safe product.
Yeah, that stuff chips off.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're putting microplastics and crap in your tank, but.
And is it, but yeah, is it a bad thing? I don't know. I wouldn't
do it. Oh, it's not my aesthetic. If it's your aesthetic, I guess follow your bliss.
We've got colored gravel in Zachary's tank, and it's mostly still intact, but you can tell like there's a good bit of it that's chipped off underneath it is like white.
I mean, you are probably less at risk than other fish keepers because you do large water changes.
Well, water changers are kind of like the great solver of a lot of issues with things.
For sure. Oh God, speaking of So I was on Reddit. Oh my god. So
Why?
it was on the snail forum of Reddit.
Whoa, no.
I know. And someone posted this tank that was just like nasty, scuzzy looking tank, like covered in algae and grossness.
Hmm.
And they said, could I get a snail to clean my tank for me because I'm lazy? Thankfully, they were getting roasted in the comments, and someone said, like, would you ask your cat to clean your house for you because it was dirty? I mean, if you get a mystery snail, it's only gonna make your tank dirtier.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's if there's that much filth in there, like that filth is gonna come out the other end as poop. And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I'd stay away from Reddit, mostly like
I
for the
don't
toxicity.
I don't post in Reddit, but I do kind of like to check in on it because it kind of gives me like a sense of the zeitgeist of the hobby, and that's how I could see that like Father Fish's influence has really increased because a lot of people are citing like Father Fish says to do this, Father Fish says to do this, Father Fish says to do this. And
No
so that's the
comment.
thing. I mean, do what you
Well,
want, I guess.
there's also a subreddit called Shitty Aquariums, which can be entertaining.
I'm not a member. I don't check that one. Generally, I like probably more the planted subreddits where a lot of
Mhm.
people do give good advice. Nancy S, is Kelly wearing jeans? I am today. I was cold.
Oh,
Not a huge wearer of jeans. I only have one pair, but I did put them on today. I'm usually a big fan of yoga pants.
so see, Coro says if it's safe for growing plants, it's safe for your fish. The pigment would be added to the clay before the clay is fired. It would be vitrified, just like the other clays. It's pottery. I
Yeah,
mean, that's a good point. Like
true.
I wouldn't argue for it or against it at all.
I mean, my Lika never, like, I can't see it. It's not showing it all. So to me, there's no advantage of getting colored Lika.
Yeah, if I needed it and
So
all they had was colored, I'd probably get it.
I just ordered mine on Amazon. It's super cheap. It's not an expensive product. So colored Lika would be really nice in a terrarium because you can see the layers, and so that could be fun looking. I would use it in that, whatever.
So Jose Davila, welcome in. It's a new name, I
Oh
believe.
wow.
Said when I was in the houseplant world, people switching over their entire houseplant collections to Leica reminded me of fish tubers who switch all their tanks to Dirtite or Father Fish setups. Yeah, I don't understand why
Yeah.
you would switch a working system to something like that's an unknown.
I would never switch my houseplants to Lika. I mean, houseplants should be growing in soil. It's just that makes most sense, and it's inexpensive. It's for plants. You can get a mix that's appropriate for the plant. They have cactus mix and regular mix. You can make your own mix if you want. I don't know why you would do that. For terrariums, it's nice to have a Lika layer to act as a false bottom, but
For
that's a whole different
drainage
thing.
purposes.
Yeah, but they still need a substrate that's
Yeah.
I have a recipe that I use. I use the Atlantic Botanical Gardens recipe, and it's got coconut coir and sphagnum and charcoal and this and that and the other in it.
That's what we use in Lillian's terrarium.
Yeah, and it works. Kind
Yep.
of a pain to mix up, but it does work. And it slowly breaks down over time, and you've got springtails in it, and they break it down, and it's good for a long, long time. Like, you don't really need to repot it.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Why does every fish tuber have to have a shell dweller tank? Not me.
I don't
I don't
have
have
I've
any.
never I've
I have
never
no
installed
African cichlids at
colors.
all. Yeah.
I don't think they're for me. I'm not really into cichlids. I like fish to get along. I don't really like when fish fight. That's not my jam. They're cute, but they're not great with plants. I don't know. I guess maybe you could try. Yeah.
Although, I mean, I think there are some exceptions, but like people who make YouTube their income and are constantly rotating out tanks, switching to what's trending. And so if everyone's getting shell dwellers, it's like, well, let me make a shell dweller video. But in order to do that, let me keep shell dwellers and then let me make a species profile on shell dwellers after I've kept them for a month and a half.
Yeah.
But I think most people, when they want something, they are influenced by what they see, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like you get introduced to fish that you've never heard of, never seen
Yeah. I
before,
mean,
or like in the right context, you're like, oh, that's a really nice setup. I want to do something like that. I didn't think fish could do that or look that good in this situation. And that's
well,
kind of
like,
how I've,
yeah.
set up a lot of my tanks. A lot of fish I never even knew a thing about until I saw them on YouTube.
I never kept rainbows as a kid. I didn't know anything about them. They weren't, I mean, there were some in the hobby, but not like they are now. So, I mean, they were new for me to keep. But now I don't want anything but rainbows. So I
Rainbows
don't.
and corridors for me and the
Corey's are good
puffers.
too, but I don't really have any more Corys I think I want to buy unless I get another tank or a bigger tank. Because I kind of would like to just have one species of Cory so they could be a happy little school.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to buy any more Equus because it's just like
Well,
so much money for like
pygmies, orange Venezuelans, Aeneas, just Aeneas, cheap Corys.
Aeneas are nice. I think I would get orange Venezuelas if I got more Corys. If I get a giant tank eventually, like a 200-gallon, I'd probably get a bunch of Sturby. Those are cute. Those are cute.
Survey are great.
Yeah, they're cute. I love their spots. They're, and they're not expensive. They're, a modestly priced Cory.
Fish Tank Barn says Cyprichromis are the best African cichlids.
Okay. There you
Is that like,
go.
I don't remember. I feel like we've probably drawn this for what the fish before.
I just
Cyprichromis
don't know.
leptosoma. I don't
I
know what it's called though, but he
I
just
know
says you can keep them with plants, which is a good selling point.
I promised to show everyone videos I took from the Frankfurt Zoo, but like I was jet lagged and then I was sick and like just these things have not happened yet. But I did
Uh-huh.
take a really good video of the Lake Malawi habitat that they had there.
You
And
don't
just
have it
thousands
queued
of
up yet.
not yet. Maybe we'll try to
Okay.
do that next week. I took a lot of videos
Mm.
of the different habitats they had and of the freshwater habitats and some of the saltwater habitats. If you ever go to Frankfurt, it's a really nice zoo. I wish that we had had more time in the fish, but I didn't realize they had fish in the zoo. And so we were spending all this time in the small mammal area, which was pretty fun because there's just a lot of tiny mammals that I didn't know about. So it was pretty fun. And Jake likes to see things that are potential pets. So, can springtails be fed to fish? Do they make CPAPs for cats? Whoa, those are two very different questions. So, question
Nancy says, Scotty, yes, no.
one. Yeah. I have tried feeding my springtails to rainbows, and I think they're just too small and they don't really recognize them or do anything with them. However, I've heard Foxan does it. Certainly, they are not harmful for your fish, so I would say you could try it.
Most
They're
of my
really
tanks with
easy to raise.
floaters have springtails just hopping all over the water all the time anyway, and
Yeah.
even the guppies don't give a crap about them.
They are super easy to culture. As you may know, I am not willing to culture any live food. I am too lazy, not doing it. However, the springtails, I bought a culture of them from Josh's Frog like 2 years ago, and it's like this tub of charcoal. I forget about it for months and months on end, and it's fine. Every few months, I throw like some dry rice in there, make sure it has some water in there, and it's fine. It's just fine. So yeah, Mac is snoring. Well, that's just your life now. There's nothing you can do about that. I guess
Cats and dogs snore.
you could try closing the door to your bedroom, but then you have to deal with the little
You
pawing at the
can't
door
close.
all
No,
night.
you have a cat. No more closed doors.
That's that. You know, my bathroom downstairs, I have to lock it because Big Kitty can open the door. He puts his paw underneath it and pulls it open. Because
Yeah.
God forbid I pee by myself.
If you have a carpeted room, do not lock a cat in carpeted room because they will tear at the threshold. They won't get anywhere. They won't
It's
get out of the
true.
room, but they think they're making progress. Caitlin says, "No more rainbows for me. I like chill. They are too spastic."
Well, I guess we're all free to our opinions.
They're pretty spastic.
They are spastic, but they're peaceful spastic. They're peaceful. Whereas angels are plastic, but kind of they're placid, but they're kind of dicks.
Yeah, they're not very
So,
nice.
Nancy B says Mac now owns your house, Scotty. You just pay the bills. That's the way it goes.
And they
You
will
don't
pull the
have any
carpet tax up.
control. You don't have any control over what these cats will do. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, and our cat, she's almost 18. She's getting more vocal, and now when there's a closed door, like Lillian went into the bathroom and heard the shower running, and so the cat comes running to the bathroom
Oh,
door to
showers
meow
are
as though
exciting.
she has ever been allowed in there while she was showering. Now suddenly she feels entitled to be in there.
Cats love going to the bathroom. It's so fun. Oh, Rebecca asks, do rainbows have pharyngeal jaw? Blood parrots should do so as cichlids, maybe why I wouldn't consider the same particular diet. I don't
Rainbows
think
choke so
so.
easily.
They have
I can't
very
imagine.
narrow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have been trying the new co-op food. They're the stuff.
the floating stuff.
The Easy Community Floating Pellet. Here's some free advertising for the co-op. I like this food. If I were to have a criticism of it, it needs to come in a larger size. This is not going to last me very long, but I do
That's been
really
the
like it.
same complaint about the the magic small fish trademark feed.
I like it though. I mean, rainbows are not picky eaters. They will eat anything, but it does stay in the water column a really long time, so that's nice. I haven't tried the magic food yet, candy. It's really tiny though, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be for what are you keeping in the little tank right
I've
now?
got some glow light
Danios.
cameos.
Yeah,
Maybe
they'd
I
go
try
for
it
it.
for them.
I mean, it's like it's fry food, juvenile food, but they would still be in a frenzy for it.
Yeah.
I've been kind of fogging my Cory tanks with it, and like my pygmies spawn, Paleotis spawn, and Adolphoi all spawn today. And I think the Trileniatus are spawning, but it's in a rainbow tank, so I'll never see those eggs.
I think it would be a really good first food for rainbow fry because it's like it's the size of golden pearls, which people always recommend. So I would try it for that. I don't breed rainbows though, so
It's a little big for first foods for
oh
rainbow
really?
fry because
So you
it's like
still
I
want
think
the
it's
golden
200
pearls.
microns, and I think for you
Yeah,
have
they
to
probably want
give
the
them
golden pearls then.
like 5 to 50 microns. Yeah.
But I wonder if you could feed that instead of the small food instead of baby brine because that's the thing about rainbows. I mean, they're easy to spawn, but oh, a whole year of hatching and feeding baby brine.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
lot.
annoying.
It's a lot, which is why rainbows cost a lot of money, because
The
somebody put
spotted
in
Congo
that work.
puffers go after the magic food, and they're pretty picky. They don't go after most like
Wow.
pellets
Hmm.
and stuff. They eat bites. They eat frozen and live, and live snails and live
I would
worms and
be
stuff.
really interested to see if people do it because if that worked, I would consider breeding rainbows maybe when I got older and had the desire to do it. There's like a 10% chance I would breed rainbows if I just had to hatch baby brine maybe once or twice a week to give them some variety. But I travel too much and I just can't hatch baby brine every day. I just can't do it. So
I get real into it for like 2 weeks, hatching every day, and then I take about 6 months off.
yeah, I mean, I've seen that. So Foxy and Peplin, they buy the pre-hatched stuff from Brine Trip Direct. You could feed that. It only lasts in the fridge for a couple weeks, so you have to
The
keep buying it.
decapsulated eggs, they buy
Yeah.
that.
Oh, they buy the decapsulated
Yeah,
eggs
but
and
the
hatch
ones that
those.
hatch,
Yeah.
I haven't tried those.
I would be willing to try those, but they don't last forever in the fridge.
No.
I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me. So, but I'd be interested to see if other rainbow breeders are able to use it to cut down on some of the chore of baby brine. I mean, I still think you need to feed growing fish live food some for their nutrition. I think it's really good for them, but if you didn't have to do it every damn day.
Yeah.
Plus, then you could set it up on an auto feeder for when you went out of town. So,
Yeah, as Peplin confirmed, they use the hatching decapsulated.
I
So
think
thanks,
that's a nice
Vibes.
product, but it does not last that long in the fridge. But you guys go through it, so like it's not an issue for you guys. Yeah. Thank you, Vibes. Favorite thing you did over the weekend? Well, I mean, I was busy trying to like get over this cold. So that's the thing. Jake and I didn't really do that much this weekend. I made pumpkins, or I mean, not pumpkin, sweet potato scones. Those were really good because I had a bunch of sweet potatoes to use up. And he really liked those. So that was exciting.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank on what I did this weekend. Just I put up some shelving and stuff back in Lillian's room. Got to put the rest of it up this evening. Yeah, mostly we were just kind of all here and sick, and
You guys were so sick.
Jenna's getting geared up to go to Disney World on Friday.
Nice. She's going to have so much fun. I hope that she and her mother are healthy and that they have a good time because illness really derails vacation.
Yeah, it does.
Jake and I are going to go on a tropical trip in January, but I have not booked it yet. I haven't decided where we're going to go. I mean, I think maybe we'll go to Panama again. I don't know. I really liked Panama.
Or
But
somewhere new.
maybe somewhere new. But whenever I go somewhere new, like it involves a lot of research, which I could do. I mean, Jake's not going to do it. He's not the cruise director for this relationship.
Nope.
You're not the cruise director either. I did not get sick after I went to Panama.
So Kelly's gonna be sick in January.
I didn't get sick. I didn't get sick in Panama or afterwards. It was a good trip.
All the sickness is here, waiting for you when you get back.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I got this in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, I guess it was the weekend of sick for quite a few people. It's going around.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've heard. I think that my sister and her kids are sick. I mean, yeah. Nancy B says Kelly's planning her next illness already.
Planning's no fun. It has to be a surprise.
I have a really crappy immune system.
Will it be gastrointestinal or upper respiratory?
Who can say? I mean, I do love throwing up. I mean, I try to do it every year. So, Barbara Jackson says, I quit being the cruise director a few years ago. We don't go anywhere mostly now.
Yep.
But I want to go places, so I must cruise direct. And Jake is really a good cruise attender. And if I tell him like go rent the car, he will go rent the car. So Zenny says because it's sunny in Panama, I think Kelly needs to live somewhere tropical in order to thrive. Especially in the winter, it's tough. It's tough up here in Indiana. It's really cold here. It's been getting down to about 17 degrees at night. There's no sun.
The coldest it's been is the 30s for us.
Yeah, well,
still got guppies in the pond outside though. They survived that night. Don't know how many consecutive days of that they could live through, though.
Yeah, it's
They are
how many
the
consecutive days
ugly
of this I
guppies.
can live through.
The uglier the guppies are, the more hardy they are.
That's true. That's true. The pretty ones are, yeah, yeah. Barbara Jackson says
Oh,
COVID was when introverts thrived.
oh yeah,
I
I've been
mean,
working from home for a decade when COVID hit. Like,
yeah.
welcome
And
everyone.
I started working from home. I am not an introvert. I'm not like the most extra. I'm fairly like if you were to do like a test of introvert versus extrovert, I do come out somewhat extroverted, but I'm great with working at home. I do the kind of job that it does not work well in an office. So it's
Mm.
much easier to do it from home.
Limmy's
But
asking
I
what
missed going to yoga. So what were you
mm.
saying?
Libby's asking what kind of guppies that I have outside. They're the coals from the mutt guppy tank, so they are wild types.
They're super mutts.
Yeah,
Yeah. What's going on, cats?
more fights.
Too much cats. Just because Schnitzel's in here, there's too many goddamn cats. It's just too many goddamn cats. So
Well, you should probably rest your lungs a little more. And so at 6 o'clock in 30 minutes, 6 Central, we have streams to choose from. So Hagen Hill, I think they're doing their Case of the Mondays.
nice.
Steenfot is doing their regular stream. And Scotty is going live with a special guest
Special guest.
with a new game
Wow.
for
That's
earning of
exciting.
the points.
Oinky asked me, have I ever been to Tortola or Curacao? I have not yet myself, having as far south cruising as the partial transit of the Panama Canal. I have not either. The farthest south I have been also is the Panama Canal. I thought about going to Iguazu, which is that big waterfall in Brazil, because it's pretty amazing looking. So maybe we'll do that. I don't know.
Cool.
Who knows? But maybe we'll go to Panama again because Panama is great. It's great.
Yeah, seems hard to beat.
I mean, if we go to Iguazu, it's not a beach trip. I love beach trips. But Jake prefers land trips. So, but I'm the one booking them.
Yep. Beggars can't be
Right.
choosers.
That's right. I'm the cruise director.
Well,
Oh,
COVID was the best 5 months of my introvert life. Lucky enough to have a job that paid me the whole time I was home and have no kids or roommates. Ah, that's awesome.
I mean, I liked working from home. Jake didn't get to work from home though. I mean, he had to go in.
Mm,
So I don't know. I mean, I miss going to yoga. I missed my friends. But I didn't suffer like other people did who are extroverts, like I'm 100% okay working at home.
yeah, I mean, people suffered like physically, mentally, financially,
Yes.
lost people. Like, just for a lot of us, and COVID was kind of didn't really change much about the way my day to day went.
I mean, I know some people had to like really scramble for childcare,
Hmm.
so but for me it was just I got to work from home,
Yeah,
which is much better than not working from home with the kind of work I do. If I did different work, I mean, when I used to teach, like teaching from home, online teaching is the worst teaching.
yeah. This
It's
is when Jenna had to film a whole bunch of lessons on video on camera.
yeah. I mean, teaching remotely, it takes it's all of the bad things about teaching and none of the good. And you don't get to know your students personally, so they
Right.
all hate you. Every single one of them hates you. And when
It's
they
that
hate,
stupid
who
lady on the
can
screen that
blame?
gives us work.
Yeah, I mean, but if you see them every day, You chat with them before and after class. They come to your office hours. They meet your dog. Like you're
Hmm.
a human to them. And so instead of complaining, they'll come to you, which is what you want.
Yep.
So, yeah, teaching online classes sucks. It sucks, 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 sucks. So I wouldn't want to do that. But medical writing is much better from home. Much better. Moose
Can
says,
you teach Moose how to Dougie? I can't.
no, I don't have any skills. I can teach you how to like, do like a sun salutation. Teach you how to do that.
The yoga pose.
It's a series. It's a short series, part of that you always do in yoga class to warm
Hmm.
up. So you do sun salutations A and then sun salutation B. And it's like, so what it is it's a series where you
You wave at the sun.
that and then you forward fold, halfway lift, then you jump back into a chaturanga, upward facing dog, which is a back bend, and then downward facing dog. And then you jump forward and you repeat it. And what it does is it warms up your body and your spine and your muscle groups so you can do more stuff later. So, yeah.
Okay. How about downward facing Dougie? Zen would like to know.
I don't know what that would be. You could do a downward facing dog though.
Like an inverted
There's
upper
also
body twerk. I can't even visualize that.
inverted. So I think I could do that. Yeah. So you'd be like in flip dog, but like gyrating. Maybe don't do that. I don't know. I
Somebody
don't
film that and
There should be, if you're doing yoga right, you should never be twerking. Like, it's not a thing that you should do. It's
that
very
will get views.
dignified. It's very dignified. We are not strippers. No, very dignified. We need this in video proof. Moose says that will get views. I'm not really, as a middle-aged woman, I am not trying to build up my online reputation as a yogi. That ship has sailed. If you want to watch a woman do yoga, there are adorable, super fit 23-year-old women who will happily do it for you. It's probably better for me to give you advice on aquarium plants.
Yep. All right. Well, with that, I think we'll go and y'all have 30 minutes to grab your snacks and beverages and choose your next stream.
So what you can do is you can have Scotty going on your phone, and you can have Steenfod on your TV, and you can have Hagen Hill on your laptop. So you
There
can
you
watch
go.
them all.
There you go. Sensory nightmare.
There you go. Oh, Xanadu says, I love your sweater. Thank you. I knitted this one. So thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. But anyways, thank
right.
you all. And I'll see you next week. Hopefully I will be all the way better. I'm feeling much better. Just gotta clear this cough. So yeah.
Yep. And I'll see y'all next week. I'm probably, definitely, absolutely not streaming on Friday because Lillian has a band audition on Saturday that I have to take her to, and I gotta get up at like 7 a.m. So yeah, I'll be putting all of my mental focus into 7 a.m. All right. So see y'all later. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.